Welcome back, friends. Today we have a jam-packed episode. We're going to be cutting some brick, some block, some concrete, some tile, some rebar, some angle iron, and we have 4 different blades from Cat Diamond Tool, and we also have 3 power tools from Cat Power Tools. So are you ready to get started? Me too. Let's go. So here's how my video is going to be laid out. You can also check the chapters down below. But what I'm going to do is go over each blade kind of quickly, explain all the details of it, give you a general price range, and then I'm going to show each blade being tested on different materials that I have. And then later on in the video, I'm going to go through each power tool. They're a little bit dusty right now. I'll dust them off, and then I'll give you the information on those as well. So let's first start out with this 4.5 inch diamond blade right here. So at the time of me making this video, this blade runs about $33 on Amazon. It's a DA30003. This is a segmented diamond blade general purpose. It's the 200 trade series. Here we're going to test it out on a paver brick. So I just have a line on top that I drew. See, it's going through it pretty fast. I'm wearing all the dust protection because this gets pretty dusty. So you definitely want to make sure you have the proper breathing protection because there is silica dust that gets in the air. So you can see I cut the first side. I didn't mark the other side, but I'm just going to eyeball it and see how I do. I want to mention this blade gives you 50% more speed per cut and also 50% longer life the way it's working. And it has high quality diamonds. The enhanced bonding is made with the highest quality synthetic diamonds, allowing you to make professional cuts with ease and speed. So as you can see, where I cut in the middle, I can actually just clean it up by turning it sideways there. Not too bad. And then here we have some tile. I'm just going to go ahead and cut on that blue line right there. So this stuff is pretty tough. And I just want to show you that's how the trigger works on this Cat angle grinder right here, the corded model. So I'm just going to slowly go back and forth on that blue line, get that groove started, and then just keep going back and forth till it goes all the way through. So that little angle piece, pretty quick and easy. Then I can just clean that up again if I need to. If you follow my channel for a while, you may have seen me run this rescue blade right here on the Echo Saw. But today we have the 5-inch version. We're going to be using that on this angle grinder right here. And this is a 1000 series. So as I mentioned, expert. And the time of making this video, this is priced at $76 online. So this really is an all-purpose. It's for rescue. A lot of fire departments use this, especially on that big saw for cutting into all different types of material, steel, concrete. Right here I have some angle iron I'm going to cut through. So this, I'm going to speed it up a little bit, but with this battery powered angle grinder, it took me about 45 seconds to get through it. With a corded model, I would definitely go through a little bit faster. But you can see on this paver, this is probably a couple inches thick. So I'm going to do the one side. See, it's very dusty. So one thing I made sure is to keep Oakley and Leo inside. And now I put that blade in the corded model so it's running a little bit faster. And you can see on this 1/2 inch rebar right here, it's going through it pretty well. So watch, I'll just keep going through a little bit. There it is. All right, so now we're stepping up to the 9-inch blade. This is a 600 Pro series. I found it online for about $109. Nice smooth cut. It's a unique turbo rim segment design, fully hardened and heat treated steel core. It's a very satisfying blade to use. I just really enjoy this right here. So I'm going to put it on this angle grinder. This is the big one. So it does get a little bit heavy, but when you set it on the material, you don't really notice it. It just goes through so nice and smooth. Check that out. That's like butter right there. I have the camera back a little bit just so you can see the dust. Now I just want to read you real quick online what it says about this blade. The Cat 600 Pro Continuous Rim Turbo Blade is one of the fastest and fiercest blade in the Cat armory. It's capable of cutting the hardest material including steel rebar, oil well pipe, and ductile iron pipe. Time after time, it has a specially designed bonding formulation and ultra high quality diamond grit that enables it to cut hard materials continuously. And you can just see that is one nice clean cut right there. Very satisfying. And now the final blade we're going to look at, I've had this for about a year, so you can see it has a little wear on it. So this is a Cat 600 Pro continuous rim diamond blade. It runs about 189, and this is great for really hard, dense materials such as porcelain. All right, so right here we have a 10-inch wet tile saw by Rigid, and we're going to change their blade out. We're going to put in this Cat 600 Pro. First thing is we're going to cut some tile right here. All right, we're going to lower that and lock it in place. Go ahead and start it. All right, so that is very clean, very precise. Really like the saw right here, and that blade too. All right, so this piece right here is 1 3/4 inches. Let's go ahead, cut this right there. Here we go. And that was really quick, super clean. Look at that, beautiful. This is 2 inches. See how it does with this. Okay. All right, so we're going to take that line out. This is a brick, so 2 1/4 inches. The height right there. Let's line this up. All right, what do you think? Pretty much took that line out. Loving it. So now that you've had a chance to see the Cat Diamond Tool blades, I'd like to know what you think. Please pause the video a second and leave your comment down below. And then let's go inside and we're gonna check the Cat Power Tool angle grinders. Let's go. Actually, we're gonna look at these angle grinders outside. So I'm here the next day and the weather is absolutely perfect. There's hardly any wind and low humidity, perfect temperature. So we're gonna start off with this one right here. This is the DX312. This is the battery powered angle grinder, and the battery that I'm using with this is the 2 amp hour. I'm thinking this might be a little bit underpowered for it, depending on what you're using it for. They do make a graphene battery. It's a 5 amp hour. That would probably be best suited for this. That has, the graphene is more, it's advertised more power, more runtime, faster charging, all the things that you want. So if I ever get a chance to test one out, I will put it in here and make a video for you. So this has a brushless motor, which gives you 25% more power, 10% longer life, and 50% more runtime. And it has these fine mesh filters right here that just helps protect the motor. So you notice this gets really dusty when you're cutting tile, especially dry. So it's nice having that built into it to give you the longer life. So this has a slim body, which I think a lot of people would like. It has a nice rubber grip on it. It's not as wide as some other ones, so to start it, you just flip that forward, and it's just very easy. Has a 3-position handle, so you can unscrew this. You can screw it in the top right there, or you can screw it on the other side. So depending on what angle you're working on, you can just do that real quick. So a couple other features of this, it's equipped with overload protection and has a max RPM of 8,500. And then another thing on all these, it's toolless to make the adjustments, so you can change that guard, move it into a different position, and just locks down like that, and you're good to go. So this is going to be the latest of all 3 angle grinders. This comes in at 5.03 pounds. So I'd say back about 8+ years ago, that's when you start seeing a lot of tools going cordless. And for me, the angle grinder was one of my favorites because a lot of times I'm taking this quite a distance away to work on something, and a lot of times dragging a cord that far isn't convenient. So especially if you're using this to cut something or grind something, it's nice to bring it away from your house or your garage or your shop and go and do the work. But now we're going to look at some corded models because you'll get that all-day runtime and all-day power and not have to worry about changing out the batteries. So let's take a look at these next. All right, so right here we have the corded 5-inch angle grinder, the DX361. So one thing I may not have mentioned, that all three of these right here have the spanner wrench that stores inside the handle right there. So you take that off when you want to go and change your blade. Very easy. Then all three have a spindle lock right up there. So no special tools required. You don't have to go running back and finding some tool. Everything's on here. Very easy to use. And then this one right here has a guard that will go over the top right there. So this will lock on. So if you want to contain more of the sparks and pieces right in there, you can do that. So this has a powerful 13 amp motor, and this gives you 10,000 RPMs versus the 8,500 of this one right here, the battery powered. So if you need to get that extra power, then you're going to want to check out this one right here. And just like the other one, this one has a advanced ventilation system right here. Works well for keeping the dust out of the motor. Okay, the weight of this middle one right here, 6.67 pounds. And now we're moving on to the big one. This is the 9-inch angle grinder right here. And one thing that separates this from the other ones, this has a rotating handle. So if you can see that yellow button right there. So if I push that down with my thumb, you can see how I can rotate that and lock it in place. So it makes it easier when I'm pulling that trigger, or if I push that down and go that way, oh, some dust coming out, or I can go that way. And then just like before, you can put this in all three positions. And another thing I didn't mention, all three of these have a 3-year warranty on them. A lot of the same features on that corded model are on this right here, other than this has a 15 amp motor and up to 6,500 RPMs. I feel like this setup with the blade and this motor right here, it just seems to really power through everything. It's very impressive. And the weight of the big one here, we are looking at 13.82 pounds. So this one does give you a little bit of a workout. So I hope I've been able to cover everything you want to know about these Cat Diamond tools right here. If there's something I left out, please put your question in the comments down below. I'll be happy to answer. And then one question I have for you, have you ever tried any Cat tools yet? If so, let me know how they worked out for you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It definitely helps support the channel. That's it for now, friends. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Hey Leo, what do you think about those Cat Diamond tools? Hey, if you're interested in seeing some of the other Cat Diamond tools, like the bigger 14-inch blades doing some cutting, I have a short playlist right over here that you can check out. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, hit that button right there down below. That way you don't miss out on the next video.